without further ado, Shannon Curtis.
I'm so thrilled to be here on the stage with all of you. Thank you for your stories. Jen asked me to share with you the story of how it came to be that I came here tonight. I'm a singer-songwriter. Over the last 4 years, the main way in which I've shared my music with audiences has been at house concerts, which is a bit non-traditional. But this thing happened on our summer tour 2 summers ago that sort of stopped me in my tracks. My husband Jamie and I discovered that many nights after a show, there would often be somebody waiting for a quiet moment to talk to one of us, to talk to me. And when we had a moment, they would often share with me some struggle they had been through in their life, some difficult thing that they were walking through. Can I tell you how I'm battling breast cancer right now? Can I tell you how my husband just left me 2 weeks ago? Can I tell you how I've been battling depression since I was 15? And I had to really ask myself the question, what on earth was compelling these people who were relative strangers to me to share with me the most vulnerable parts of themselves? And I felt so honored to be the recipient of those things. The only thing that I could come up with was that perhaps in the course of sharing my music in this intimate group of people, which is a rather vulnerable thing to do, they felt that they had seen me and that they also wanted an opportunity to be seen. And so I listened, and I went home from that tour, and I decided that I wanted to explore these kinds of things, the kinds of connections that we make with one another when we allow our most genuine selves to be seen, our most vulnerable selves to be seen with one another. These connections that give us strength to survive and thrive in our lives. And so this first song that I want to do for you is one of the first songs that I wrote for this album. It's a song called I Know, I Know. And it's a song about empathy. It's a song about listening to somebody share with you their deepest, darkest stuff. And then being able to access a place in your own heart where you can say to them, I understand you, because I've been there too. And so when I was getting ready to put together a music video for this song, I thought this could be an interesting opportunity to provide a platform for many people to share their stories, with the hope that when we put it out in the world, that those who saw us would see themselves in our stories and would, as a result, feel a little bit less alone. And so I asked them to participate, and I asked them to do something very brave. I asked them to take a Sharpie pen to a piece of paper and to write down on that piece of paper some struggle they'd been through in their life, some difficult thing, some challenge. And then I asked them to hold that piece of paper up to a video camera for 10 whole seconds. And we received dozens and dozens of beautiful and courageous submissions for the video. You're going to see it here as I play the song. Come sit right here, tell me everything. Start from the beginning, let it all pour out. I will catch your story in my wings. This is the beginning of all that we cry out for you. Sing me, sing you. We are found. I know, I know, I know, I know you live all alone in a cold and dark room. I know, I know, I know, I know you don't see a way out. You're stuck there for good. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know how it feels. I've lived there too. Shadows only catch us from behind. Let's turn and face them. Switch on the light. Never mind the cracks you try and hide. I want to see them. They're what make you shine. The glow from within scatters light through the night. I know you go through the motions and still you can't move. I know you can see a window, but you can't break through. I know how it feels. I've been there too. Yeah, me too. And it means that you're not alone. And the secrets have all been told. And I see you, you're beautiful. I know. I've been there too. I guess I played kind of fast. So when we put this video online last spring, it went viral on Facebook, which is something that's never happened to anything that I've put out in the world before. But I think it happened in this case because there were a lot of people who saw themselves in our stories and who connected with us. And as soon as we put the video online, I started to get messages from people, and it turned out, when all was said and done, that it was hundreds and hundreds of messages from people from all over the world who had seen the video, seen themselves in our stories, and who wrote to me to tell me that. And in many cases, they also wrote to share their own story with me, presumably because they'd found a safe place to do that. And I'm not really sure that before this experience, I had a full understanding of just how many people out there, and potentially, for that matter, how many people here in this theater tonight are hurting. And often in a really alone kind of way, because I think a lot of us are really good at staying all buttoned up and putting the pretty face out for the world to see. I know that in some of the darkest times of my life, I was an all-star at putting the I'm fine face out for everybody else to see. Meanwhile, feeling more alone, more isolated, which was exactly the opposite of what I desperately needed at that time in my life. And so this experience really opened my eyes, and I found myself wanting to reach through the computer screen and give everybody who'd written to me a giant hug, and being unable to do that, I instead found myself writing to them a lot of the same kinds of words over and over that became the inspiration for this last song that I want to do for you. And I'm telling you the story of where it came from because I had written to these people online, but I'm also saying these things to you all here tonight. First of all, we need for you to stay alive. And second, that's right. That's right. And secondly, we need for you to show up in your life because you have something to contribute to this world that nobody but you can contribute. And without it, the rest of us are missing something. We are incomplete without you. And this thing, I am convinced, this thing that you have to offer, it might not even be despite the pain and struggle that you've been through in your life. Perhaps it's even because of those experiences that you've had that this is the thing that you have to offer. I'm so grateful for the experience of having these conversations with folks because they taught me this one important lesson that I want to leave you with here tonight. And it brought full circle for me all the ideas I'd been exploring on this album that I wrote about this idea. And it's a simple idea. If you could imagine for yourself in your mind right now a strand of lights, like Christmas lights or market lights at a cafe. One bulb on that strand that you are now imagining in your mind doesn't light up by itself, does it? It has to be connected to the strand to give light. I think the same is true for us. We each, all of you on this stage, all of you out there, have a light that you are meant to shine in this world. And we get the strength when we are connected with each other, when we share our stories with each other, when we allow our genuine selves to be seen. When we're connected, that's when we get the strength to let it shine. When we were on tour this last summer, I asked my audiences all over the country this question: what is your light? And as I play this last song, you're going to see some of their responses up on the screen. I hope as you watch that you will be inspired to discover the light inside of you and to reach out for the strength to shine it. This is Constellation. Alone, staring at the door, forces pull behind you. It's hard to step out anymore, no matter how you try to. Oh, 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 oh. But we need you to shine the light that only you can shine. It's a dark night, and some lost soul stargazing for a sign. And with your light, you complete our constellation. Fear says that giving up is easier than feeling. Please hear this, you are enough. Hold it close, believe it. Oh, 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 'cause we need you to shine the light that only you can shine. It's a dark Oh, and I get to announce the amazing Depressed Cake Chop.
Hi, how are you? Did you enjoy the show?